Good morning to you. Good morning to, you know, there's a lot of people in the studio who make the show happen. Morning to all the folks behind the cameras. One Dan over there.
No, Danielle. The only Danielle we know that has two N's in her name.
And two L's.
And two L's. Danielle.
Yeah, that's right. Don't get it twisted. St. Mary's finest. One Dan. Dan. Morning, Nita. Morning, Nita. You know, there are a lot of people who keep us grounded. Good morning. And
grounded is right. Big up to DJ. Tosh is in the building. And of course, where is he? Where is he?
Pablo
Hi,
Esco.
Pablo
Esco.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, he's having his mint bush this morning.
Is
if
he?
You're having your mint bush wherever you are, sipping on your mint, what's your go-to tea?
Ginger.
Like
ginger is my thing. I love ginger tea.
Really?
I can have no sugar, with honey, with sugar, with it. Ginger tea. You don't like ginger tea?
Yes. All right, here's
What's
my...
it like?
I'm not a tea person, I'm a coffee person.
Okay.
But when I have tea, this is my go-to tea.
Tell me.
All right, so I have, you know the ginger extract?
Okay.
You know those flavorings that like, is it bunnies?
That tea that get fancy already.
No. You know those flavorings that you put like you tip little cinnamon. Those small buckets. Yeah, you see in the supermarket.
Yeah.
I always have ginger extract.
Okay.
I make 2 corkfuls of ginger.
Okay.
A cap of lime juice from the lime juice bottle.
Okay.
And some honey.
Okay, that sounds like you're fighting the flu, but
No, it's like a warm gingery lemonade.
It sounds like you're fighting the flu.
No, and I have that.
That just sounds like I won't get sick medication. But if it works for you,
that is my go-to tea.
We listen and we don't judge. So ginger, lime, and warm.
Ginger, lime,
honey. Love that for you. I know Yendi in the morning drinks. Good morning, Yendi. I know she drinks just warm water with lime, or lemon, or something like that.
That would explain a lot.
It does. What do you drink?
Jennifer.
What do you drink in the mornings?
I know a lot of people who go outside and pick 2 soursop leaves.
That's right.
And just crush it up and then make it draw. That is their go-to tea. Whatever's in your cup.
Stays in your cup. Hopefully it's tea or coffee or water
at this
early
hour,
in the morning, okay?
At this hour?
Let's make that happen.
But definitely, I had my cup of coffee already, and we're getting our day started. Guess what? It is World Asthma Day.
Oh.
Yeah?
There's a day for everything.
Did you have a child in your class growing up in
class,
primary school? Like there was always somebody who you had to be mindful. Well, growing up in where I grew up, like you were told, okay, Johnny has asthma.
You have to
be
mindful.
And so we're always going to be mindful of Johnny because you never know and you might have to help him.
That wasn't a student in my class. That was my godbrother. Good morning, Chad Case. He had a really, really bad case of asthma. Do you find that
less kids have asthma? Or maybe just not in proximity to it?
I was just about to say, I don't know because I'm not around a lot of kids, so I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. But it feels like with asthma, you kind of grow, and I don't know anything about asthma. I don't have asthma, but it's almost like you grow out of it. I remember my godbrother had asthma really, really bad when he was young. Like sometimes like rush, go doctor and hospital and type of vibe. And now he's like,
and
it's a thing of the past.
They might always have to have their Ventolin
pump. The pump and everything. But for those of you with asthma, or for the parents treating and taking care of their children with asthma, it's World Asthma Day, and so we are sending you extra special love and blessings. And take care of yourself. Take it easy. Not stress up yourself. Not huckle up your body, because those things don't work.
And the truth is that we need to draw more attention to it so that we can all understand it a little bit more, overcome the misconceptions that we might have sometimes.
What else is today?
Today is going to be a busy day for a lot of people. It's a Read Across Jamaica Day. Yeah, and so, of course, as you know, Read Across Jamaica Day is aimed at promoting a love for reading and literacy among students. Are you going to be reading to anyone?
I am reading today.
Where are you going?
CVM is going to send me there. I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm going with CVM. The CVM family, they are interested in showing students the creative side of, the job world. And so we're going to be going. Hopefully some cameramen and engineers and floor managers and makeup artists and posts and things to just interact with the kids and give them those options
the
and
idea
read.
Is
and
to
read to them.
Yeah, because
it's all about
so
literacy.
often, and we say this a lot on this show, so often we talk about books and it is, go take up your book, turn off your TV, put on your tablet, go take up your book. So take up your book is a punishment.
You just frightened me. I felt like I felt the parental tone. Go take up your book. I'm like, ooh. I had a flashback.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like punishment
as opposed
to
something that you do out of a love. You know, so like it's important to
And I remember you were mentioning that, you know, a lot of the time success comes to those students or children who start reading early and who enjoy reading.
Who read for pleasure.
Who read for pleasure.
People who read for pleasure is a good sign.
Like me, that's why I'm so brilliant. You read for pleasure?
These days, I wish I could. So
if you could, you would, though. Like
absolutely.
If you had the time and the space.
So hold on, I actively, especially like when I travel, I stop, you know, in the airport or I go to bookstores, I still buy books.
And then you don't read them.
And like people come into my office, I will admit, I have a lot of unread books. So people come into my office and they say, oh, can I borrow this book? What often happens is that people don't return my books. So now I have a no loaning of books policy.
Here's a solution for anybody who lends books and lends anything. You take a photograph of the person with the item and save it in a folder, loaned out folder. That's what I have in my phone. Right now, I know everybody who has anything that I own.
Does it help you to get them back?
Well, yeah, because I can call and say, hey, what's up, DJ? I remember I had loaned you that book.
Atomic Habits.
You finished with it. And I'm not going to like run you down, but at least I know. Like you will probably just be like, somebody borrowed this book. Where the book gone
Where
again?
did this book disappear?
No, I don't have
There's
that problem.
There's a space right there, yeah.
Never fold that on my phone. I don't have that problem.
I am going to do that. I'm going to do that.
Do it.
As a part of my accountability system.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
Reggae Sumfest unveils massive lineup for week of festivals, Jamaica's premier music festival. Reggae Sumfest reveals its 2025 artist lineup and official event graphics. Now officially counting down to Festival Week, which will ignite Montego Bay St. James from Sunday, July 13 to Saturday, July 19 at Catherine Hall Stadium and the Catherine Hall Entertainment Complex. So, acts such as Taurus Riley, Massacre, and Vibes Cartel.
That's
Valiant,
Friday night.
Stock, Ashley, Ghana's Rising Star.
That all sounds like the Friday night.
You think so?
Yeah.
International soca artists.
That sounds
Young
like the
Brother
Saturday
and see that? Yes, you look on it like a Sumfest pro, you know.
No. Like you have to know. Like it depends because like, do you go to both? Do you go Friday and Saturday?
I do when I can,
You know, so that is the whole thing. So you have to kind of work out in your mind. Am I a Friday person? Am I a Saturday person? Because the Friday crowd different from the Saturday crowd completely. It's a whole different thing.
It's a different thing altogether.
You know? And when you leave the venue at 7 o'clock on Saturday morning, sometimes it's hard to get back there for, you know.
You have time for rest off, man. Rest off and go back.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Last night, I must admit, I'm one of those people who turn their nose up at the Met Gala thing. I just think it's a grand foolishness. But
I'm with you.
Last night, Rihanna,
Robin
Rihanna Fenty, popped out pregnant at the Met Gala. Met Gala 2025. Yeah.
Okay, Rihanna.
She got the tongues wagging yesterday because
I'm so
everybody
happy for
last
her.
night, Rihanna was trending on social media.
So lovely.
A$AP Rocky, clearly he has the anointing because as we lay hands.
We love to see happily growing families and happily growing partnerships, so it's so great. Congratulations, Riri. You know, now we'll never get an album.
I was just about to say for those people who've been waiting for the album.
It's over.
Shine bright like a diamond.
But we had some style and fashion, some super fine fashion, tailoring, black style. So these are some of the favorite looks of the Met Gala. You know the Met Gala? For those of you who don't know, maybe you're watching, it's known for
the idea is that the clothes supposed to be ugly.
It's not supposed to be ugly, ladies and gentlemen. It's avant-garde,
Yeah, it's supposed to be something that you'd only see on a runway.
It's art in clothing, in the form of clothing.
That's Lauryn Hill?
these not look, these not look bad, man.
This year not so bad.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
So like when they walk,
right,
like
I always wonder that. How them sit down? Like some of these things, how you sit in it?
I think it's just for the walk, and then after you go put on something else.
That's all?
Must.
Then wear them.
That's not bad. That's
it, Dennis. Oh, that is fabulous. I like that. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So we can't vex. I think that when people get a chance to go out looking very different from how they normally look, or they get to play around with different fabrics and with different fabrics and different styles and things that they would never normally wear, I think it's a great thing. It's fun.
If you were a celebrity, would you do the Met Gala?
I mean, yes. If I'm invited to the Met Gala, I'm going to the Met Gala. Absolutely.
What's the cause that they
Dennis, don't do me that. I told them if I know Met Gala keep last night, you cannot do me that. No, I don't really follow, unfortunately, I don't really follow pop culture as much, but I know that it raises funds for something. Things.
Yeah.
Things in America.
I'm just saying, I think that, the idea is that it's supposed to be this, loud haute couture.
Yeah, and everything there is very expensive, so they can go and snuff up your nose at it.
No.
Enough money.
Absolutely, but I think the idea is to raise
funds and awareness.
And nobody ever talks about the cause.
It's all right. The people them get their money, so it's okay.
All right. It's May 6th. It's Tuesday, May 6th. People are celebrating birthdays. Happy birthday to everybody celebrating birthday. My brother-in-law, Dave Lindo, is celebrating a birthday today.
Look at you, Dave Lindo. Happy birthday.
Dave Lindo, happy birthday, Uncle Dave.
And Khalees Spencer Carter is a Jamaican track and field athlete who specializes in the 400 meters hurdles. And she won the bronze medal at the event at the 2012 London Olympics. Spencer was the Commonwealth Games champion in 2014 and a double silver medalist at the 2014 World Indoor Championships. It is her birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
thank you
Khalees.
for what you've been doing in track and field for Jamaica.
If it's your birthday, happy birthday to you. If it's your anniversary, if you were married on the 6th.
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary. You think it's time for mixtape? I think so. That's calling for mixtape. Yeah. We need it in our lives. So, all right, Sunrisers, it's time for your Tuesday morning mixtape to save yourself from my voice. So we have a special one just for you, young stars to superstars. Run the track selector.